welcome to Shared Spirit Stories. I have been really excited for a while to start to share some stories that have come through readings that I've done over the years. For those of you who don't know me, I am a clairvoyant medium that's been working for a while doing readings with people to provide messages from spirits crossed over to help them with healing and enlightenment. And through the years, some amazing stories have came through that I have been trying to figure out the best way to share with other people to help spread enlightenment and just thought-provoking spiritual stories to make you really think about the bigger picture of life. So this channel is going to be all about that. I hope that you will subscribe and spread it to others so that they can subscribe, and together we can share these wonderful stories and create a bigger awareness of how spirit is communicating with us and validating themselves in our lives. Okay, so having said that, I want to start with the first story being a story from a family reading last night, which was a wonderful family who came in. They were really, very, very sweet. What I found very interesting and unusual was that they had their appointment booked a few months ago, and since the appointment date, they had a crossing like within that time that they didn't expect to happen prior to the reading. So I'm not going to share names, but this family is willing to share their story. So there was this woman who has been living for some long time, practically a husband. It's her boyfriend, but living together for many, many years. And she went on a cruise with her friends, and while she was on the cruise, she was sleeping, and her boyfriend came to her in a visitation and said to her, "I have to go now." And she basically said, "Go where?" And he said, "I just have to go." So that was a very interesting dream. She thought about it, tried to call him. He was not reachable. She had tried to call him on the cell phone. Apparently he wasn't a big cell phone person. So she didn't find it too unusual that he was hard to connect with. But when she arrived home from her trip, she did find him passed away in their home. And unfortunately, he had been that way for many days. So it was obvious that as his spirit was leaving, he came to say goodbye to her and give her like a heads up that this was his plan. What came through the reading was the spirit telling me that she really had to be that far away, like at sea, away from the whole event, so that his soul was able to cross over with a peaceful feeling, because he knew that if she was with him, she would have possibly said don't go, or intervened with the crossing in some way, or maybe have cried and said, stay here, be with us, don't leave us, those types of things. So the spirit actually told me that it was very necessary for him to be able to cross over, to separate from the energy of her, so that his soul would not question if it should stay or go. And I found that to be fascinating. She was willing to share the story. We are praying for the family and the loss that they just incurred. But an amazing story of how spirit comes and says their goodbye before we even know that they're gone. One of these just thought-provoking things that make you really think that there is this much bigger picture to what's going on here. So I hope you find that very fascinating and interesting. Please keep the family in your prayers, as this is a recent crossing, but I do know that that spirit has come across in a really wonderful way, very much at peace. So that was a really nice thing to feel and see last night. So I'm excited to share many more of these stories with you. I would be thrilled for you to be part of this channel. I have many backtracking stories to get to, of stories from over the years to catch us up to now. So I will be sending more, and I hope that you remember to count your blessings and have a very blessed day. Okay? Bye.